Hello gang, hello friends. Hello gang friends. Ignore the pop sticks, that's for a different video. Forgot to film a hello for this one. Let's do it. We're going to jump straight in. I will explain my absence at some point. We're starting with Loyal and blue gel paint, both from Madame Glam, where you can get a whopping 30% off using the link in the description and the code MissJo30. And we're using the Ultraliner brush, and we're doing a big X. X marks the spot. And then we're going to go over it again. I filmed this a little while ago. Can't really remember much about it. I'll endeavour to be helpful. But yeah, just stuff has kind of got me not in the headspace of nail stuff. But we're doing little dots with the blue. Why does the blue look like that on my palette? I don't know. I think I attempted this nail, not this exact design, but different ones before settling on one. We're going to do kind of a Mediterranean style thing. So we've done dots, flash cure as you go. And then we're going to do little, what are these called? I don't know. I don't even know my own name at the moment. Little wispy bits. So we're going to put some product on our brush. You okay, my love? Dexter's asleep right next to me. Some product on our brush and then press down. Let it sort of fall off for a bit and then pull and lift, raise your brush as you get to the end of your wisp so it gets thinner. So you want to deposit the product and then stretch it out. Squeezed a few of those in there. Again, flash as you go. And then we're going to do little dashes along here, trying to make them thicker, going thinner, but you know, there wasn't really much room to pull it to go thinner because it's so small. I was flashing as I go, but this blue gel paint is so pigmented that whenever I was making mistakes and wipe off, it was sort of staining the white. So I think maybe I base coated so that before doing this, so that if I did need to wipe something off, it wouldn't stain the white. I'm talking funny because I've got really bad toothache. Every other month, toothache. Is it the left or the right one that's causing it? I don't know. It's one of them and it really hurts. Just the same tooth. I've just taken some painkillers, so hopefully that will help. TMI, what are we doing now? We're doing some little, just making it up as we go along is exactly what we were doing here. Little swirly bits. Wasn't too fussed if they were identical on either side. At this point anyway. And then Topperoo with no wipe, Madame Glam. And then that is that one done. This is making me lisp because I'm trying not to sort of have my teeth touch each other. That's that one. Before we move on though, got something very beautiful to show you. It looks dark because I haven't got a light on whilst filming this because we're going to use this light. This is the Melody Susie. Bear with us. I can't talk properly. Oh, stickers. I love that it comes with stickers. This is the SPRO29G 3-mode manicure table lamp plug. This genius. I'm not going to make you watch me build it. But I'm just showing you it coming out the box because it's all nice and lovely. So this is the light bit. It's got a little gimbal. Is that what they're called? Those rotatey balls. And then this is the stand, the arm. You can get 12% off, by the way, at MelodySusie using the link in the description and the code JOK, J-O-K. Is J okay? Not at the moment, but we will be. This base, I went to put the box down and thought this is still heavy, and this base was in there really heavy, so that's not getting moved around on the table. And it's so white and lovely. Ignore the room. Okay, this was the only way to film this. I couldn't film from above because you wouldn't be able to see anything, so it's handheld film, but you'll get up nice and close to it. So this has 3 modes. You see that's all of it on. And then you can have just this focus mode thing on. The beam of light, it's as if I was being abducted by aliens. It's so bright, beaming light. And it has, so you can have all the light on with the beamy bit. Or, we're showing you how bright it goes. It goes so bright. You can have all the bit, just the spotlight, or with a bit without the spotlight. And it has a dimmer switch. You can have it as bright as you want. It makes a really nice click when you turn it on as well. So it has 3 modes as well. It has like a normal white mode, and then a bluey white, and then a warm white, which is lovely, cozy warm. See? Can you see it changing? And it's like a touch button as well. It doesn't click. It's really satisfying. Just touches it. And then this little mini flash curer that goes onto it. But look at this. Look at this. This is fun. Look, click. It's magneticized. So it just clicks on there. So you can pick it up and move it around willy-nilly, however you need. Or you can just have it there. Oh, there's my other Melody Susie lamp, curing lamp. Or you just do your bit and just, flash cure under there. It's got 2 settings as well. It's got 30 seconds and then 60 seconds. That worked out timing-wise. This moves. The arm moves in 2 points, and then the actual light moves from side to side like this. Up and down. It's got the gimbal, so it kind of moves wherever you want it. If you want to interrogate your client who claims it just fell off. No, it didn't. But that little lamp there, amazing. So you can get 12% off using the link in the description and the code JOK. I'll put all the details in there. It's got all these different settings. Oh, bye-bye. So you can have 3 different light settings with 3 different variations of how you want the light. So there's 9 different ways to have the light, and then it moves around and it's got that little curie thing. Amazing. Thank you to Melody Susie for sponsoring this video, by the way. The lamp is beautiful. It's white and clean and lovely and just pretty, and I like it on my white desk. Right. All details again will be in the description. We have used Calm Down. We have used the Bliss, which is a Madame Glam polish. And we're using the same white from before, Loyal, to do a French, deeper French and shallower smile, like deeper and shallower. That doesn't make sense. It does. A shallower curve, a less steep C curve, but a thicker white bit. You can see with your eyeballs. And then cured that, and then we're going to take the blue gel paint again and outline it. And then we're just going to add some little doodads to this as well, some little frilly bits, similar to the first nail. Is this the second one? Yes. While I'm doing that, which I am making up as I go along, just add some lines with some wispy bits like this, and some dots, and you're good to go. The reason I've not been around for a few weeks is because, I don't know if you remember in my last video, I said that my grandma had been put on palliative care. And I know I've been hyper, what's the word? Hyped, excited, hyper over the new lamp and nail stuff. She did, I don't even want to say it. Okay, come on. She passed away on the 15th, and it has been literally non-stop since then. Funeral planning and feeling like crap that someone who has been in my life since day one and has been a very important person in my life since day one is suddenly just not here anymore, just not in the planet anymore, not in the world. It's just, so I've been feeling really shite. I cured that, topping it. We're gonna add some bling. Trying not to think about it too much, because if I do, there's no words There's no nothing. It's like, why is everyone in the world just carrying on like it's another day? It's not. So yeah, but these are from Crystal Parade, by the way. You can get money off. I'll put the details in the description. Everything you need to know will be in there. But she was 94. She had a wonderful life. She had said that she was ready to go, and it was peaceful in her sleep. So you can't really ask for a better life, really, and a better, ending, I suppose. But yeah, that's why I've been away. I know I sound kind of perky, but really not. But just focusing on the good times. Anyway, I have used this new yellow. Look how pretty it is, which we swatched in the last video, I think. And I've done a coat of that, and then I did a cross, like a plus sign, and then just put 2 lines in between each of those. Did this a couple of times, couldn't get the amount of segments right, just wasn't looking right. I wanted more, and then I did one and I wanted less, and so this is the baby bear of them. And then just we you've seen this done a million times. We just go around the outside, round the outside, round the outside, and fill in and curve off the end of them, like when we do butterfly wings, How's this? Then we're going to cure this. Oh no, wait, we're going to go in the middle, from the blob in the middle, just wisp out like this. Don't overthink it. Don't think I need 3 in each section. No. Just wisp some out. Wherever it lands, it lands. If it lands on part of the white line that's already there, so be it. And then cure. So the night that Glam passed, it was during the England-Argentina game. We're mixing Sunny Hug with some of the yellow gel paint to get a kind of bright but not neon yellow. And then we'll to Trailer Park Girls it on here. It was in the middle of the game. And then I went outside later that evening. I was just looking up to the stars and, talking and praying and whatnot. And I was like, oh, are you okay? Please let me know you're okay. Like, if you're okay, just send me a shooting star, thinking this isn't going to happen. What are the odds? Shooting stars have been traveling for billions of miles. The odds of whatever. Anyway, so I said, just send me a shooting star. And I looked up, and the brightest one I've ever seen just shot across the sky. And obviously, I burst into tears. And spoke to my mum, was like, this just happened. And then we were both crying. So, yeah. But that's, what are the odds? I don't live somewhere where there's just like shooting star, shooting star, shooting star, shooting star. So it was comforting in a way that made me cry. Anyway, sorry. This is just all that's on my mind at the moment, and it's the only thing you're sort of thinking about. I'm taking Art Gel, Madame Glamiful, and see how I'm like wiggling it. I'm letting the product fall off my brush. Come back in shot, please. There we go. Fall off my brush and then wisping it. You don't want to start wisping straight away because you want the most of the product to be at the beginning of the what are those things called? The I don't know. The blobby wisp. That's gross. And then I thought, should we add some caviar beads in the middle? Yeah, why? I don't know. Because. And then we're going to top it all and drag the brush through these humpy bits because we don't want to fill up in between our humps. We don't want to drown it so that there's not a big height difference. We want to keep the height difference between the humps. you know, hump and then it's low and then hump and then low and then hump and then low. And then I thought something wasn't right. We need a bit more of a background behind our segments. So I'm mixing some clear with a little bit of the mix we've made. And I'm just going to put it on the underside. So do this first. And then it did make it look better just having the yellow under the segments. But they're still sparkly. Yay! Okay, so that's our lemon. More segments than most, but that, yeah, I was all right with that. I was ready to move on. Now we're taking Sunny Hug again. Oh yeah, I'm going to draw some lemons. Never drawn lemons before, don't think. And this is an exercise in faffing because I was sort of enjoying myself and was like, what else can I add to this? What about this? What about that? So you're about to witness some first class faffing. So I'm doing the shape of a lemon and then another shape of a lemon, but it's overlapping. So in your head, just ignore the one you've already done, draw a new one, but start it on the one that you've already done. Yeah? Fill those in and then curify. Yellow gel paint again. I couldn't remember which products, or I think I accidentally deleted some footage. I can't remember which product I'd shown to the camera, so you might see me show the same thing over and over, but you know, just a little reminder. And I did it on the outside of each one, but the one on the right, the left side of the right lemon is covered up by the left lemon. So I'm going where it would be. Yeah? Imagine I'm doing a darker bit on both of the left sides of the lemons. And then using an ombre brush just to fade it over a bit. Then we're going to take brown. I can't remember. What am I doing? Mixing it with the mix of the yellow and... is that just the yellow gel paint? Oh, then I'm going to put it on the other side. So I'm going to put this on the right side. I was just thinking I need more dimension. Was I looking at a picture of some lemons? Absolutely not. Should I have been? Most probably. But then I'm fading that in and then adding a bit of it here. Oh no, a bit more in the same place. And just faffing, making this up as we go. I mean, not completely making it up. I know what a lemon looks like. And then taking Elf's Coat, because when to use Elf's Coat if not in July? And going to do some little leafies, just like that, leaf shape. Hang on, was I looking at a picture? I think I might have been actually. Possibly. I can't remember. Because I remember looking at my leaves and did them about 4 times. And was looking at a picture, was I? I really can't remember. But we've done some leaves. Cure. If you're going to go on top of gel, full cure it. If you're just moving, if you're doing it in a different place and you just want to hold something in place, then just flash cure it. Then I used this and thought I'll add a bit of shading to this as well. Not shading, highlight. Got my ombre brush. I quite enjoyed doing this with the ombre brush, so I thought, where else can I do it? I'll just trick people into thinking it looks good by adding, you know, shading and feathering of colours, and people will just assume that it's good because there's stuff going on. And then adding a lighter bit on the other side. Was I mimicking where I was imagining the light on the lemons were? I think so, like to the left. And then I took green gel paint and did some of your classic leaf lines, which I think I negate in a mo because I didn't like them. And I think I added something else. We'll see. Isn't it weird? Like if someone asked me, what did you do then? I'd be like, I don't know. But then when I'm looking at it, the memories start coming back and I feel like there was more to the leaves at some point. Now I've mixed brown with something. Wasn't looking, sorry. And I'm going to do some tiny little dots because you know lemons are dimpled, aren't they? Their peel is a bit peely. So added those. And then mixing some more stuff. You could have stopped by now, but I was having fun. Also, now I'm mixing dots a bit lighter to put on the lighter side. They're darker than the lightest part of the lightest side, but they're lighter than the darker dots on the darker side. I know. You follow. I know you do. Oh, and now again, just faffing. Just enjoying myself. And there's sort of only so many ways someone who is, not a professional lemon painter can try and add detail to lemons, but I was just making it up. So I added a bit of brown mixed with the yellow so it wasn't too brown, and just, what we're doing? Oh yes, so this is how I'm pulling. This, my finger is a line of paint. You're going halfway into the line. You're not going above the line. Nay. Just halfway into the line and pulling it out. But the line is obviously a lot thinner on a nail than my finger. And then I'm going to outline it. Did I not change those leafy things? I thought I did, because I didn't like seeing the green, just, bog standard leaf lines I did. I thought they looked a bit crappy. Oh well, maybe I did. We're going to outline it with the blue. How are you? Are you okay? I've been reading all your comments. Thank you. They're like my happy place because you're all lovely. So I really appreciate them. And it really helps my videos if you leave a comment, even if you just leave like a little lemon emoji. Yeah, lemon emoji. Like I'm not someone who comments on videos online unless I really like the video and I'm like, I want to help this person's video. So I'll just leave a little emoji or something. Or a thumbs up. That helps. So do it, please, now. Thank you. Adding some more little swooshy bits and dots. It kind of looks like the label. Oh, who's texting me? At 2:30 in the morning, my brother, you awake? Oh, hang on, everybody. Okay, I'm back. More bad news. Great. So now I'm just, what am I doing? I'm adding some more of the darker bit and just bringing it in. I think because they looked a bit odd not being outlined. Well, they didn't, because lemons don't have outlines, but they looked, they weren't defined enough because they didn't have an outline. So I'm just adding a darker bit around the outside, around the outside, and cure. Are we done with the faffing? No. Again, could have stopped about 7 steps ago, but we're adding some brown, or was it black? Wasn't looking. With the green, and then putting a bit. Oh, did you see that fly across just then? I slowed it down when I was editing and looked at it, and I think it was a moth or something, or a fly. No, it was a fly. One of those big house flies. Just pew! Yeah, I'm adding some darker bits. Can't remember what I was saying, sorry. Got distracted by the fly. I'm like, Doug, squirrel! We're going to top this and cure it, and there are our lemons. Yeah, okay. Oh, I don't know why this is so close. I do zoom out a bit. I'm not sure what happened here. But we're going to draw a soft cornered rectangle with the blue gel paint again. And then I'm going to do another one inside of it, but apparently that footage doesn't exist. So, yeah. So we'll cure that and then cure another one. And then I realised I wanted some gaps in it that I was supposed to not paint. So I'm just going over some of the blue with some, I think, the Loyal again, or was it white gel paint? I think it was the Loyal, at a sort of angle, because we're going to make an open tin of sardines. So we're going to do a line from there to there, and then from the other end, from the bottom to there, you can see. And then we're going to curve off here in a little C shape. And then I think I only went into the inside rectangle for this bit. Oh, and then we're going to draw a number 6. And then suddenly it's going to look like a curled back thing. How clever is that? I was looking at an image for this. So we just draw a number 6 and then you've got a curly curl bit. Genius. Go over it a few times because I don't know why. And then cure. Flash curing everything as I go. Then I'm going to write sardine. Why sardine and not sardines? There just wasn't room. I tried several times and it just wasn't happening. So we're going to very carefully write sardines. No, sardine. Very small. I think actually the image I was copying, it wasn't a nail art design, it was just a piece of artwork of some sardines, did just say sardine. So that's what we're going to do, as small as we can. And this nail I was very much considering redoing before putting the video out. But then my grandma passed away. And I thought, yeah, I'm not sitting at my desk, I can't function. The sardine nail will have to do. So now I'm adding a little pull tab thing. And then these just lines here for the fish took me so many attempts. I don't know why. And I still don't fit them all on properly, but there you go. Then we're going to add a little mouth. Disturbing. And an eye. Just a little circle. And then just some more details. And I wish I'd left this nail, not just yet, but at some point. Well, adding the pupil. And then some little lines. Just copying the image. Oh, they look like fingers. A tin of fingers. And then some little lines here. I did a whole, 2 other sardine nails before this one. Wasn't happy with them. One had a yellow background, but the fish looked good, but didn't like the yellow background with it. One was a 3D tin. No, not great. So I'm just adding some little doodads. But yeah, I would have changed this nail because I think it would suit a different set. But I just didn't want to go and do something else there. I'm sounding really miserable. Sorry. My brother's just told me some really horrible news, so everything's just a bit crap. And then we're adding some little lines because there were lines in the picture. So there we go. And then I'm anti-chroming. Oh, did it start to bleed? Yes. So I was like, no, wipe it off. Okay. Give it a good wipe because that blue is very stainy. So I wiped off and then anti-chromed. And I should have just shinied this nail and left it like this at this point. But I didn't. So I've anti-chromed and then I'm going to use some white gel paint. Is that white? Can't really see. Yeah. And we will then chrome over them to make it little tin, like a tin. Tins, probably more likely to be silver. But I'd put gold caviar beads on the lemon and on the French where we did a little bling bit. So I thought gold it is. Liked that. Should have left it there. Leave it. No. I decided to do this bit gold as well. So we're just going to go inside those blue lines with some white gel paint. And then we'll cure and chrome. Oh, you all okay? I hope you're all okay. I know some of you are going through shitty times at the moment as well. So I send my... what do I send? What do you want? Should I send you some nail polish? No, I send my love to you all. Life's just sucky sometimes, isn't it? The audacity of the sun to rise in the morning. Hello? Grandma's not here anymore. What are you doing? Okay, no, don't. I can't because I'll start crying. Okay. Defense mechanisms kicking in. Topping. And then I added some yellow dots and blue dots at the top and the bottom. They look awful. Don't know why I did it, but they're on there. See, that nail just doesn't go with it. I should have just left it and not faffed around with it too much. But there we go. That's my lemony Mediterranean-y set. I hope you like it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know which one's your favourite. Leave me a lemon emoji. It really helps. And you're all awesome. Oh, this is the order of my faves. Like, hype, comment, subscribe. I really hope you're all okay, and I appreciate you being here so much. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.